Hey everyone, and welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Griff.
I'm Baka.
What's up, guys? Okay, fine.
Uh,
Fine. You know
No,
what? I
there-
see.
there's
Oak's
no
not
Oak.
here, and he's
Yeah.
the one that's usually like all crazy with me, and you two are like silent. I see.
It's called balance in a perfect world.
That's okay. I'll do all the heavy lifting. I'm here,
We've
and
got
it's
all
awesome.
we've got the two rowdy loud people. Then we have the two Zen masters.
I mean, what is that noise? What am I hearing? Whose phone's not on silent? Chicken, was that you?
No, it was not me, but it reminded me to turn my phone on silent. Looks like it's Baka out there.
Ah! Wow, this show's got off
It's
to a
supposed
great
to be
start.
on silent.
Uh-oh.
We're recording earlier than
okay.
usual, and then
I know
Oak's
what it
not
was.
here, so...
The media thing, it didn't go on silent. It put notifications and phone on silent, just not the media thing apparently.
Okay.
Okay, so, well, we'll go ahead and back to the show. Welcome, guys, again.
Yep.
Yeah, interruptions.
We are so not put together today. Like, I'm this close to being, let's start over.
It's too early.
It is too early. Which I guess we can't start over because Baka's got to go to work. So, alright. Moving along, what games have everybody been playing this week? Okay,
okay.
guess what? I
Oh,
played some
Chicken Joe.
Overwatch.
We
I'll
all
take it
played a
from
bunch
here.
of Overwatch.
I'll do this myself if I have to.
Don't start. Last week, all the other shows, we've had huge gaps of silence. There's like 2.5 seconds, and you've already lit up. I think you've had too much coffee, young lady.
No, she needs more. She needs like 100 cups so that way we're all moving in slow motion.
There
and
will
she
be
gets
no
frustrated
seconds of silence.
and starts moving us in places and putting us in different outfits and clothes and
Yeah. Things got weird. Started
got
playing like a
intense.
Dead Rising game all of a sudden.
Apparently.
yep.
Or The Sims. So,
I was kind of going for Sims, but yeah.
let's start with something we've all played, I guess. The Halloween event started for Overwatch. We have new costumes for them too. Yeah, which I haven't gotten all of the ones I wanted. I bought Zarya's last year costume though, cause it's awesome.
You got all the ones that you wanted? I thought you wanted
No,
to
I
do
said I haven't
this
gotten
one.
any of the ones I wanted. I bought the Zarya one that I wanted from last year.
I bought the Mercy Witch one because I forgot to do that last year,
I'll
so
probably.
I went ahead and bought it.
I'll try to remember to pick that one up. I'm still using her Chinese New Year skin.
I like the Halloween
Oh,
one
it's
because
pretty.
it changes a bunch of her voice lines.
That's true.
Casting a healing spell.
Yeah.
It's a healing
That
I
there's
got the Pumpkin May one.
Yeah, that one's kind of a recolor. The Widowmaker one's a recolor too that I feel like Widowmaker should have had from the start, considering her name, but I mean it's just spider
Yeah.
webs and the little hourglass on her back because Black Widow
And
spider.
some
I like
webs on her gun.
Symmetra's one.
The dragon.
No, the not sorry,
Sombra the bride.
Oh, some,
Junkenstein's
Yeah,
bride.
the bride.
That's
I'm definitely gonna buy the Pharaoh one if I don't get it out of the loot box.
The
so.
Pharaoh one's
Oh.
cute. She's just an empty suit of armor. There's no actual Pharaoh, just her armor. It's cute.
Yep, when
cute.
she dies, she just pops apart like a bastion.
Yeah. So
Really? Okay, now I definitely have to buy that one.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Like, because there's nothing left, so when she dies, she just kind of pops apart.
yeah, it's super cute. I got
did
the.
not know that one.
I think the only Halloween skin I've gotten out of a loot box, I got Bastion's last year skin, the Tombstone one, where this is really just a recolor. Oh, but the new Bastion emote's cute, where he's a robot zombie and his little bird Ganymede is
Oh, he's
also.
doing the
Yes.
little dance.
Yeah,
Oh, he's doing the zombie walk.
yeah, it's super cute,
Ah,
super
yes.
cute. And then you guys played. Oh wait, Baka got a play of the game in Overwatch this week that has now beat chickens onto the wall of shame. Baka, what
So-
happened?
I was playing Torbjorn and I died. I was dead like right in the beginning. My turret was damaging people, but I did not get any of the actual kills.
Yeah.
They all like it was all newbies kills.
Yeah.
And I'm basically just kind of running back the whole time.
Yeah, it was just a play of the game with a dead Torbjorn, and his name didn't even show up in the kill feed. How do you get play of the game for that?
he did the most damage to the people.
Ugh.
I walk great and die with class.
Clearly.
Oh my goodness.
That's how I did it.
Like,
Completely robbed newbie of
Yep.
that play of the game. Completely
Newbie got robbed. Well, to be fair, Newbie was playing Bash, and it's not like he didn't get enough accolade anyway. Whatever.
Still robbed him.
Oh my god, straight up robbed.
He was pretty salty about that.
I would have been too.
I got robbed by a dead Torbjorn. How does this happen? New Molten Core is crazy too, by the way. Torbjorn's new ult is in the game, and man, they're dealing with some serious power creep with the Torbjorn rework, and hot on the heels of Hamster Ball coming out too. It's just power creeping right up there.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if his ult actually affects the hamster ball ult.
What do you mean?
Like when you put the lava on the floor,
If
because the balls are floating.
If I had to guess, no.
I don't know. If I had to
Because-
guess, I'd say yes, but just by the logic that you can trap Zenyatta in a Junkrat trap. He's floating, but technically they have a surface area. We'll have to test it out. We'll have to go into like practice mode or something at some point and test it out.
But because if it can, then that's a good counter.
Well, the best counter to it is Winston. Literally, there's an achievement for it too with him. It's called Minesweeper. You just basically zap and you can tear apart his entire grid almost immediately. Because it
May
auto
can do
attaches
it pretty well too. May with
yes.
her freezy thing. Because
Yeah,
they
but
don't
she's
have a
basically
whole lot
gotta
of
keep
health. But
sweeping.
yeah. May's really would be like Minesweeper because that looks like exactly what she'd be doing. Fine, you guys.
I know.
Well, how was Ring of Elysium and then Call of Duty for you?
ROE was fine. Baka.
Yeah, I mean for a free to play game,
Baby.
it's pretty good.
Red didn't download it last week, and because he said he thought it was just another BR, he wasn't interested. We convinced him to download it. He started playing it. He was happy. He definitely enjoyed it. It was
You
fun.
say he was happy,
He
but...
died to an avalanche.
Yeah, I was listening, and you guys were talking about some. I think it was Chicken that was like, "Yeah, I've never actually seen an avalanche." And then, like 5 minutes later, same match, an avalanche starts and Red runs into a building and gets crushed by it. You cursed him. That was your fault,
Yep.
Shouldn't have said anything.
And we would have won that game if one Baka didn't disconnect that game and Red got killed by an avalanche.
Yep.
You say he was happy about it, but he died immediately to an avalanche, which was not fun for him. And then I remember hearing you guys yell a bunch. I mean, is that happy yelling? It didn't sound happy.
It's all in the moment. You get confused by about what you're yelling at.
Yeah, because we did quite a bit of that actually.
Yeah. It sounds like you guys need to have a workshop with the people that you play with, because I think Newbie was playing with you. You guys should have like a team building workshop so that you guys can all move as a team, because apparently some people don't understand that.
Yeah, some people just do not understand that.
Red and Newbie tend to go off on their own a lot.
Yes, it's so irritating. Because we could
They'll
do
be
so
like-
much more if the team was covering each other.
Yeah, like one of the games, Newbie went completely off by himself, away from the rest of the group, and died.
Oh, he was by himself when he died. I'm shocked. I've never had that happen to me when I went off by myself. Wait, that's usually what happens. That's also what you should take away from every scary movie ever. When you guys split up and the one person goes off by themselves, that's the one that's gonna die. Why do we not learn?
Or maybe they'll be the hero. I don't know. Maybe that's their mindset. They'll be like, oh well, I've seen enough horror movies and stuff. I'll survive.
No.
Everybody wants to make the hero play.
Still trying to be heroes. How's Call of Duty going?
Well, seeing as how I'm the only one playing currently.
Well, that's why I asked you.
I am enjoying the shit out of it. First of all, I love that there are just three different types of games that I can bounce in between inside of the game. Like, I want a little more fast pace. I'm just going to jump into the multiplayer and just, go at it, fight other people, rank my character up and whatnot. It's like a mix of there's so much Overwatch that you can feel in it too with the competitive style.
Oh yeah.
Like the scoreboard, like it doesn't show you like a true scoreboard. It shows you like your KDA and how much damage you've done. So it shows you good stats so that everybody kind of has like a good way to compare each other, rather than it's like you've died, you're 0, 11, and 2, you suck ass. But if you're like a KDA of 0.3 but you've got 2,500 points, well, you seem to be doing something right in the game. So okay,
trying to cut down on the toxicity, I guess.
Exactly. Which I think Overwatch has a good idea, well, somewhat of a good idea on how to take the stats out of the toxicity part.
Yeah.
You suck, your stats should blah blah blah. But that's a lot of fun. I like that every map and game mode keeps track of its own, like your own stats in it. Like you can actually see what maps you're good on, what maps you like really dominate on, what maps you suck on, and what your average KDA for each map and things like that. So I like that. That's the multiplayer aspect. You can build your own loadout with your perks and whatnot, and then you have to choose a class. And each of the classes gives you... also, there's no auto healing. You actually have to hit a button every time, like, to heal yourself after every firefight. So it's like a med kit that you have to use. And then you have to choose a class, which they have a special ability. Like the guy that I like to use has this little...
Was it like an ult?
That's their other ability.
Oh, okay.
So they have a special ability... He can throw it down. It's like one of those little two-wheeled camera cars in Rainbow Six. I'm sure you've
like
seen
the little drone car things?
Yeah, little drone cars. He throws one of them out, and it will chase somebody. Like, you can follow it, and it'll stalk somebody on the map. And when it finds them, it stuns them, and they're stunned for 2 seconds. And if you follow it, you can follow it to somebody, and then it'll stun them, and you can kill them.
Do you tell it who you want to target, or does it just pick the closest?
It just picks the closest. Like, it'll just zoom around until it finds somebody.
I was like, wow, that's griefy. But no, okay, gotcha.
And then his ult is a lightning sniper rifle. If you hit somebody with it, they go down immediately onto the ground because they're shocked, and then you can hit them again for an insta-kill.
Damn.
So, hit them with a big CC, and then hit them with an instant-kill.
So we've gone out of the realm of Call of Duty is a real world shooter with realistic weapons, because
those are realistic to today's standard. It's like a giant fucking taser.
Okay, military people, do any of you carry like a Tesla gun? I mean, really, I need to know. Is this a real thing? I'm gonna have to Google it. I'm gonna
look up giant taser gun.
That does not sound legit. It does not.
You must. Come on now, you can't be living in the 1960s.
Okay, look, you were telling me about one of them in which Snitty was playing with you and was running from a laser gun.
It's a ray gun, and I still believe that those are real. The government's just hiding them.
Oh, okay, the government's hiding all the cool toys? Is that the theory? Are you a crazy person now? Would you like me to make you a tinfoil hat?
You have to be crazy. It has to be a lie for you to be crazy.
Oh my god. Okay.
I think there's something wrong with your husband.
Yeah.
I'll get the last laugh. In 50
I'm gonna go
years,
get the tinfoil and make a hat. Okay.
Well, in 50 years, we may have the technology for that shit.
Exactly. You can't tell me that this game is taking place 50 years
We don't
from now.
have useful ray guns. Trust me. And if we did, they probably wouldn't sound
like
that comical.
Modern shooter.
I also don't know how that we have drone cars that can shock people like that.
Really? I mean,
the drone cars, yes. But it locks onto somebody and... Okay.
I don't know. A lot of this stuff that I'm seeing, I could definitely see it being created.
And if we have those, I want one.
You can't have... That's like military-grade equipment.
It's not killing people. It's just tasing them. We can buy tasers.
Yeah, but not remote drone taser. You could just hide up and roll up on somebody and tase the shit out of them.
Well, technically, you can make one. Just get like a drone.
A little RC car?
Yeah, be like battle bots. We'll make our own.
Yeah, shock other people. Lawsuits everywhere.
I mean, I've seen videos of people who made the flying drones and attached like little tiny flamethrowers to them.
I saw one video of the people that went to a press conference and attached a dildo to one, be a dick about things.
Literally.
I mean, it was pretty funny, but the person did get in a lot of trouble.
I'm sure they did.
Whoever the
anyway,
official
yeah,
person was did not like it.
They've taken a step into the future with their technology and whatnot, but it still plays like a modern shooter, but with a little bit more It seriously feels like you're playing a modern shooter with Batman's arsenal, all of his crazy gadgets and shit.
Gotcha.
Another one, the girl has a cluster bomb. She can throw it. It sticks to anything, blows up, and then shoots off little grenades, which are real. Cluster bombs are real.
Yeah.
Or cluster grenades are real. And then she's got a grenade launcher.
That will probably be my go-to. Sounds like Junkrat. Lady Junkrat. Yeah. Without the tire.
6 shots with it, so it's pretty powerful. But yeah, you can build your own loadout, and then you pick a class, and those are the special abilities that you get.
Well, that's pretty
with
neat.
Your weapons and whatnot, yeah.
This has got to be... What's the last Call of Duty that you personally purchased?
Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Okay, I was just curious. So
11 years ago.
Yeah, so what about this one got to you more than any of the previous iterations of Call of Duty between the last one you bought and this one? What was the big draw to this?
The BR style. Because I got to play the Blackwatch, or the Blackout, because it's called Blackout, and everybody's on a BR kick, and I think the fluidity
yes,
of the movement and the style of the game really drew me in, because there's not many BRs that are fast-paced like that, and it reminds me, that kind of fast-paced, what I was assuming was going to be in the multiplayer was that kind of fast-paced style, which reminds me so heavily of Halo 3 back then. So it's a fully multiplayer game. There's no campaign to it. The BR style is a lot of fun, which also adds a plus to it. The zombie modes is a lot of fun, which I play if I just want a PvE, and it's just all about killing zombies and trying to survive as long as possible. There's zombie tigers and
tigers. Is that what you just said to me?
There's zombie tigers.
Okay.
All right, then.
Basically, there's time travel in this game. Well, in the zombies side of this game, because of the future tech and whatnot. And you get sent back into the gladiator arena, and you have to fight off all of these mutant zombie things.
Zombie tigers, gotcha.
Yes. There's zombie tigers, zombie gladiators, zombies.
Zombies. Okay.
When you don't think about it so hard, it's fun.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's fun. I think that your first, like, when somebody says zombie tigers, you instantly stop and say, wait. Is that what, did I hear what I think I heard?
Is its tail, like, falling off and...
You don't ever have an option to look. Those motherfuckers are fast, and they will be all over you in a heartbeat.
They're zombies, though.
Not your typical zombies. Hell, look at Left 4 Dead zombies. Those motherfuckers are fast.
But zombies.
Dawn of the Dead zombies? Come on now.
Wasn't it the
if
28
you
days
remove
later
a couple
zombies?
of its paws, maybe it'll slow it down.
Yeah, then it usually just goes and then dies. But yeah, the 3 different game modes are a lot of fun. They offer different experiences. You have fast-paced PvP, slow-paced PvP, and then fast-paced PvE. And then the Specialist HQ, which kind of takes you through each character's backstory and really shows you what that character is, where it's come from, and what that person is.
So, okay, so there's no campaign, but there's short PvE things to do still?
Yeah. Yeah, like to introduce you to each of the specialists. Like one of the specialists' name is Battery. She's just like you, Griff. She's an assault and battery kind of girl. She's all about the explosives and grenades. But in her first mission, when you're first introduced, she fails a mission and her crew gets slaughtered and she gets her arm blown off. And you go through this whole process of seeing her kind of recover from that. She's got a bionic arm and whatnot. So, I mean, come on, it's not everything that you like. A bionic arm, badass, blow shit up lady.
Yeah,
so, she's got a mohawk too, like a pink mohawk. So.
Okay, well, that sounds fun.
Yeah, so I like that because it kind of lets you learn about each of the specialists so you know who's who.
And what they do is, it's basically like a glorified tutorial just about, though.
Yes, actually, it is a glorified tutorial. It is a fancied up tutorial to show you what each of these characters do.
Huh. Okay, then.
That's what I played all day yesterday and Friday.
Is there anything else that we played? I guess it's early in the show, and I'm going to mention it early this week because I always forget until the end of the show. But I'm doing Silent Hill on my YouTube, by the way. So if you want to see a spoopy game or see me just be really sad because I'm scared of stupid things, then there you go.
Spoopy game.
I still say you should do.
No. Okay, look, I cannot.
She couldn't even stream it. She had to stop streaming that day. Baka.
I stress out with scary
like
games, alright? I stress already. But at least in things like Silent Hill, I have a chance to not immediately die. With things like Five Nights at Freddy's, it is just a straight up stress simulator at which I can do nothing about the things that are going to kill me because they are going to jump out and kill me regardless.
Ooga booga booga, dead.
I can't. It's too much stress for me. So I don't like jump scares. That's why I like Silent Hill so much, is because it's not a jump scare necessarily. Like, there are points when jump scares happen in the Silent Hill series, yes. But in general, it's more of a psychological horror, especially Silent Hill 2, because they've done the audio cues so well, and I will never not praise them for that, like I said, I think last week or whatever it was. But they've done that so well that it's just ambiently scary. So
I did a little bit of World of Warcraft, and I did the starting thing on the Horde character that I had, just to see the story. And during it, but before you actually go to their little island, you go to Stormwind to rescue the trolls out of a prison, out of
yeah, that's right.
And to get Sourfang, and he basically refuses to go with the group, and says he's not going to go and follow Sylvanas' horde anymore.
Yeah, because screw her. Sylvanas is a crackhead.
Isn't that two different things? Because at the beginning, before you go to the island, it's to save the princess and the prophet. The Sourfang thing should be the newest thing that just came out.
It was part of the going into the stockades to get him. To get him out of prison.
Interesting.
So I don't know if they changed it or what, but because of the Sourfang story, I was like, well, I'm going to go see that side of the story of it. And
there's actually something new that they've added since then.
My account's down. I won't even lie. I can't make myself do dailies.
So is mine.
So I wanted to play it, and I was really hyped about seeing the story, but they've metered the story out in such a way that you have to put in a bunch of grindy time in between, and I can't.
Well, that's what WoW's always been. It's always about getting gear and whatnot.
Well, it's been about getting gear, but I feel like you've gotten a better progression pace. I also felt like I got really jaded, and I mentioned it on the show before. I got jaded about how they did this story this time, which is, yeah, we're gonna go to war. Okay, but before we go to war, we need you to go and solve all of these people's problems so that they'll be your navy. But the problems that you'll be solving are kind of small. Can you go help that farmer get his pumpkins back? Can you go clear out these gnolls? Like, I am at this point the hero of Azeroth, and we are on the cusp of war. Do I have time to be a farmhand? No. It just
that's why
the agency down. I was like,
that's why they took it back, because people complained too much that they were just a hero, or they were a hero and didn't need to do anything like that. Well, they're gonna bring you back down. You are still a person of Azeroth, and you need to remember the little people.
Well, I do need to remember the little people, but we are in the middle of a very heated war that's going to be very ugly. Sylvanas just slaughtered all of the night elves that were in the Tree of Life and everything, and here we are taking care of some farmhand shit. It's like, I've got Horde to kill, we have a regime to overthrow. I am a little busy right now, you guys.
Yeah, well, you've still got to break yourself from that mentality to gameplay, because
I know
you're not playing a single player game.
I know. I'm just saying that's where it lost me personally, is because it built up the stakes and then said, okay, but we're going to put these high stakes situations on hold so that you can go and level in Quest. Because game mechanics. It just... I know.
MMOs are not for you then anymore. Like, you can't play them if you can't understand that kind of...
I know. Just felt like it was too much of a gap between the high stakes stuff. Well, Legion did a better job of it, though. They did a better job in Legion of making me feel like I was still doing important things throughout the expansion, versus this, which is do important things. We need Kultiris's navy. Okay, but since you're here on the islands with us and everything, why don't you go up all this other shit?
It was more about uniting the
islands again, the families.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you needed the generals from each of the factions.
Here's my thought process on that. Guess what, guys? I know that you're not actively part of the Alliance, but you're still the humans, so guess what? They're gonna wipe you out. You can either put your personal shit aside for a minute and be on top of this, or you can all die. Those are your choices. But no, let me go save all of your
people didn't
stuff.
have an option. Their leader was a zombie monster, and the other lady was possessed. Their daughter was about to be hung.
Anyway,
so
this is not about World of Warcraft. I'm sorry. I completely derailed it. Thanks, Baka.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like the way it's paced.
I mean, you wanted to know what I played, and...
Mm-hmm.
Well, part of the reason that we've spent so much time talking about what we've played this week is that the news is pretty small. I mean, it's that time of year. This happens a couple of times a year where, like, we're in an in-between phase where we've had all of the conferences over the summer, and now we're waiting for all of the releases to happen for the fall stuff, like, before the holidays and everything. So we're kind of on an in-between, so there's not a whole lot of stuff. But there was some news to talk about. We can discuss a few things here. One of which I think probably the one that caught Chicken's eye the most is because it's a Darksiders 3 story, but they've already talked about post-launch DLC, which is sometimes a slippery slope.
Yes, I mean, to be fair, I don't expect any company not to release a game without DLC afterwards at this point, or to the point of where games are just a service at this point, and they like to support them. I need to understand the price amount that we're asking here. Like, are we going $50 for these two small DLCs, or are we gonna be more reasonable for $20 for both of them?
Well, there's a horde mode one, and then there's a like a story one. So and there's no price point yet, but maybe I wonder if those are just the two that they're telling us about pre-launch, and then there'll be another, because usually 3 is the magic number for post-launch DLC, and I just think that it's weird that there's only 2 for that. And one person said that they felt like they wanted to know more about the game itself before they even worried about what the DLC was, because we haven't been told a whole lot about it.
I prefer that style. I'd like to, especially for this game, I want to go in a little
blind.
Yeah. A little blind, because I want to. What I'm going to do is, this game comes out November 27th, is I'm going to stream Darksiders and Darksiders 2 before this game comes out, so that we can watch our story and then pick right up after Darksiders 2.
You're going to have to get started on that soon, then.
I'm pretty fast. Darksiders will take like 4 days at most.
You
5
think?
days.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fast. I know where everything is and how to do everything.
Okay. Well, you probably do.
Along the way, he'll forget something.
Well, he did. My sister played the Darksiders series like a couple of months back, and so he has just recently read like walkthroughs and stuff so that he could help her, because I couldn't remember where anything is.
And then Darksiders 2 might take me a little longer, because that one's a lot more RPG heavy. So, but yeah, I definitely want to do that. I'll probably start it in November.
Well, November 27th is when Darksiders 3 comes out, and it's coming to all 3 major platforms. It's not on Switch, though. It's PC, Xbox One, and PS4. So, sorry if you were looking forward to it on Switch. It's not there yet. But everything comes to Switch these days, so I'm sure it's on the way.
Mm-hmm. They'll probably bundle the whole thing together. Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition, and Darksiders 3.
Maybe.
That's crazy. Like, if they do that, all 3 of them on one little tiny thing.
Oh, you talk about slapping other people in the face. Woo.
Well, so it's kind of a short story, but still, again, news not super big this week. So the people that are making Cyberpunk 2077, I can never say it right. I almost always say 2770.
2770.
I don't know why.
2077.
Yeah.
Damn it, you started messing me up.
See, now you won't ever unhear it. I just
2077.
But CD Projekt Red are going to be working with the people that built the Dying Light PvP stuff, which we have not played the Dying Light PvP stuff, but I've only ever seen good things about it. I haven't seen anything negative. So
yes, like that's a good. It also makes me wonder if they're gonna have like invasion style in Cyberpunk, to where people can kind of jump into your world. And
because that was the thing you could do in Dying Light.
Yeah, exactly. They're also the ones who developed the Dying Light's cloud-based online service, which allows the developers to collect telemetry data and tune the game in real time. So basically, as you're playing, you are streaming data up, and if you encounter a bug or a major broken area, they can see it, and then they can start working on a repair almost immediately.
Which is really nice.
Super interesting,
and I like
style of control.
I like that they were
which
actually.
Means they should do a beta test or something to try to fix some bugs early.
Well, I'm sure they will. It's not like they're gonna be like, "All right, we finished it. Here you go. Is it tested?" No, just figure it out.
But we're gonna test it on the fly.
PvP isn't going to be.
Yeah, and they haven't even confirmed that it's going to be there, because they were asked, will there be multiplayer post-launch, and they said no promises, nothing at launch. At launch, we're concentrating on the single player, and that's what they want to give. So really, it's still like, I think they're working on it to see if it will work, and if it does work, then they'll implement it later. But it is not a main concern, which I'm 100% behind. I mean,
co-op to 2077. Oh God, that'd be some intense shit.
It still doesn't have a release date though.
Oop. It'll be. It does have a release date. It's right there, 2077.
I will punch you in the face.
What? We only have 60 years.
We'll just punch you in the face if you don't stop right now.
59 years.
Oh, 59 years. Oh, that's fine.
Well, I'm looking forward to it whenever it does come out eventually. I just hope it doesn't go the way that a lot of games do, where we see things about it every year at E3 for like 30 years and it still doesn't come out.
Yeah, and then it comes out and it's nowhere near as good as they've been.
It's gonna get like Last Guardian.
Oh God.
Or Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
Oh God.
We'll see it in like 2 console generations, and it won't be the game that we saw it to start with, and it'll be like garbage. It'll feel old because they made it back in the day, just didn't finish it. What else we got?
Everyone's retro style by then, right?
Yeah, not exactly.
A couple of COD stories. One is that Treyarch has kept Black Ops 4 split screen quiet until now. Nobody expected that it was going to have split screen, because nothing has split screen these days. So they quietly. It's far and in between that you come out with a split screen style game, but it's just something nice that they just put it in there and then didn't even talk about to try to sell it on that feature. It's just an extra feature that they put in. So that's neat. It's nice to see some companies trying to keep to their split screen original, because I remember playing the very first one back in 2001, where it was just only split screen. There was no online multiplayer. It was only a campaign game. And then the other one is that there is I don't know what to call it, an exploit, kind of. It's an emote peeking problem, where if you're standing behind a tree and you do your emote, you have free camera, so you can kind of turn it to look around trees.
Huh. I could see how that would work. I see how that... The only downside is if you're emoting and somebody sees you do it, they know you're in the emote, so they'll shoot you in the face because you can't react.
Yeah, that is definitely one issue to it. 2, you can't do it in multiplayer. Multiplayer is so fucking fast-paced that if you stop the emote, you're already dead.
Yep.
If you ever stop moving, you're just going to die. The game is just go, 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 go. Into the next person. But they already have a fix that they're going to put in. It's basically going to have free camera while you're emoting in like the situation area where you can just jump down and fight and never die. But in competitive areas like this, you're gonna have locked camera. So when you emote, it's just gonna be a straight camera like you would if you were just looking. You can't move it around trees anymore. Which this the second comment pretty much hits it on the head. As a former QA tester, I can say with 100% certainty that nothing is noticed by players without first being noticed by testers and or developers. More often than not, this isn't an issue of them not knowing, it's them not caring enough to fix it before release. The speed of the announcement of a fix tells us that they both saw it and identified a solution prior to release, but they instead chose to wait and see if players were bothered by it first. If there had been no backlash, then the fix wouldn't be needed, and therefore not finalized and deployed. So, it is definitely, they knew about it, they're like, okay, people are complaining about it, let's go ahead and fix this real quick, and then boom. Done and done.
Well, I mean, if no one was complaining about it, then that's less time that they have to worry about fixing it, but more time that they can focus on other things.
So, because I mean, the game runs really, 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 really well for some people. Some people can't play it right now.
Is that newbie? Didn't you say he was crashing?
Well, I wasn't gonna call out anybody.
Well, no, I'm
yes.
not calling him out. I mean, I'm just saying if he's having a problem with it, he's probably not the only one.
Him crashing, I think Red crashed once or twice.
I wonder why.
I haven't crashed yet.
Well, I was gonna say maybe it's like one of the like CPU problem or something like that. But Red's stuff is pretty much on par with yours.
No, it's not. It's
No?
down below ours.
Is it? Oh, I thought that. Okay, I don't know why I thought that.
He
running
upgraded
a
a while back.
Yeah, he's got a
Before you guys
motherboard.
did.
Right now, Griff, me and you are top of the line.
Ugh, but I need a
And
new
then-
motherboard.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do too. But
I don't
worry. We go through stages between everybody of who gets to have the best. Because I remember I used to be the bottom, where my computer could barely run anything in Dalaran. And then when I upgraded, I got to be the big dog.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes.
Yep.
All right, what else we got?
I'll get to be the big dog someday.
Oh,
You were the big dog for a while.
yeah, you were.
Yeah.
You had the best of everything for a while.
Yeah, and then I did not upgrade for a while, so.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Smitty's the little
everybody,
dog
we're,
right
like,
now.
PC Master Racing right now. Sorry.
It's the best way to game.
Unlike console peasants.
I will not say peasants. Console has its place, and I think that it's still fun. But I will say that I do most of my stuff on PC right now. Sorry.
I mean, it's just better all around. More options all around. There you go. Not better, just more options.
Well, I'm going to be playing consoles whenever I get my converter to hook my old systems up to the TV.
Oh, Chicken found some stuff. We were cleaning yesterday, and Chicken pulls out this box of stuff. And it was like some of his old computer stuff and whatnot. We have like 3 original game guides for World of Warcraft for some reason.
Oh my god, let me tell you, look at those.
Yeah.
Oh, how to pick up quests and things like that.
Yeah, it was like the original manual that came with the
The
discs.
little comics in there, like I think one of them was like, why undead can't be hunters, and it was because the dog would run off with their arm.
Yeah. And then there was, he pulled out an old NES cartridge for Bad Dudes. That's the name of the game. I feel like I've heard of it before, but I can't place it. But that's what it's called. Bad Dudes.
We need to play some Battletoads, Chicken.
Yes. Since we were talking about Darksiders, the comic company that made that comic series is called Dark Horse, and I found one of their old Diablo comics.
Yeah.
Tales of the Sanctuary. It came with the collector's pack way long ago. It's 3 sets of Diablo comics, basically filling in what happens in the world of Diablo. And it has a bunch of character concept art and characters in the back, which is so fucking neat. I mean, look at the original sorceress. That's 3D
that's
model
old
right
school.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of crazy stuff up there. He's got like Game Boy Advance, Pokemon games, and
Found
things
all my
like
Pokemon
that.
games.
Yeah.
I
Man.
haven't found the rest of my Pokemon games yet, unfortunately, but I still gotta go through boxes at some point to look.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff in there. Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack us from the news, but I just remembered it, and you can't not talk about bad dudes.
Is that why you talk about me all the time?
I played that one.
That just sounds like such a terrible name for a game.
Bad dudes, bad dudes.
That was like Nintendo and Super Nintendo.
Wow.
Especially Nintendo. There were lots of games like that.
Mm-hmm.
Bad dudes.
Yep.
Anyway, what else do we want to talk about? I realized I forgot to talk about something. I'll save it till the end of the show. Keep going.
Okay. Well, there's a couple of small articles and then the big article that I want to talk about.
Okay, go ahead. Well, you lead us in then, because I don't know which one's the big one you want to talk about.
The indie developer one.
Okay, we'll carry on. Do you think?
Let's go with the speedrunner one. So, speedrunner misses out on a world record by accidentally activating a GTA helicopter cheat code.
I mean,
this is how
watching the
you
clip,
can tell
it's
that the
pretty
news
funny.
is slow.
Yeah.
This is how you can tell the news is slow.
Yeah, it is.
This is news. But watching it is kind of funny.
Which GTA is this? 2?
GTA 3?
San Andreas.
Oh, San Andreas.
There we go.
So yes, GTA San Andreas, and he's making good pace and whatnot. He's down a minute on every single split so far, and then out of nowhere a helicopter appears in front of him and he slams into it.
Yep. Which totally screws up his whole thing. It just this helicopter falls out of the sky.
And the cheat code is DDDDDDDADWD.
That's a lot of D's.
Like, you have to hit all of those buttons in perfect order for the cheat to activate.
And he did.
Yes.
He was trying to get out of that parking lot, I guess, because it's the WASD keys, which are your move keys, too. So, yep. I see. Oh, that sucks. Oh, poor guy.
Yep.
That's pretty funny, though.
Not for him. That was 2 hours wasted because he fucking hit a cheat code.
That's gotta be bad.
Yeah. Definitely be a little salty. Fallout 3 is the DLC size mod is being released after 5 years of development. A pretty big fucking mod.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that's crazy to me.
You can always go back and play it, Griff. Now.
I know. I have it. It's on my Steam.
That mod?
No, not that mod.
Yeah,
but it's from Nexus Mods, so it'd be easy to get because I love Nexus Mods. If you're gonna mod your games, guys, Nexus.
He's been working on it for 5 years, and it's coming up on the 10-year anniversary for Fallout 3.
That's crazy. I'm a little surprised that Bethesda didn't stop him, but at the same time, I can see why they wouldn't. I mean, it's not like they're gonna do anything to support it, and
he's not asking for money. It's just a mod.
Yeah. And I mean, new mod may mean somebody that lost the game that had it at some point in the past will now rebuy it, so they're gonna make money off of it anyway.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's interesting.
A Tale of Two Wastelands versions in the future. That's neat.
Okay, chicken. Time for your big news.
Yeah.
All right. This one is the story that I caught earlier on in the week that I wanted to make sure that we talked about. An indie developer misclicked, and this is just the article thread. An indie developer misclicked, got review bombed, and now their game's servers are exploding. Like,
is this the one you told me about?
Yes. This guy had a roller coaster. I mean a roller coaster. This poor dude. Oh my god. Okay, so his game is called Evolvation. Which I think is like
name.
Evolve Aviation.
Okay.
Evolved Aviation. A space flying shooter made by 2 people.
Okay.
2 people made this. Think of it like Dreadnought Light, Baka. Okay. You're in space and you can fly around and shoot each other. It's a space fighting game. Earlier this week, it had an average concurrent player count of 1 person.
Ooh.
Fast forward to today, and there are currently 53,487 people in game, with an all-new peak time of 172,870 people.
Okay.
So, the way this began is, let's see, how was it, last week or the week before? Okay. In a Steam post, the company gave out 10,000 free codes in order to expand the game's player base as part of its 2.0 update.
Right.
Okay, so you're trying to build a player base, give out some codes, get the game start flowing and whatnot.
Right.
Unfortunately, a lot of these codes were being sold illegally. So, the guy was like, okay. So he ventured into the Steam settings and clicked the ban keys option.
Ooh.
But that doesn't necessarily tell you exactly how that button works. So instead of just banning the keys, the 10,000 keys he gave away, he banned everybody who played his game.
Ouch.
Shut down all of his player base.
Huh.
So after that, all of the people playing his game went and bombed the shit out of his game.
Yeah, like review bomb on Steam. It's just
Like, it just went boom, straight down.
very negative was what it
like,
ended up being.
So he went to Valve immediately and started trying to request new Steam keys so that he can give them back, or basically any way that he could undo what he did.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can do.
Valve just straight up told him no 3 times without giving him any explanation, apparently.
Yeah.
And then eventually they were like, okay, look, no.
They said that they would help him explore other options. The solution, it seems, was to make the game temporarily free to play.
Well, they tried to figure out the free keys from the not free.
Well, I mean, if you own the game afterwards, then you get to keep it, and then he can put it back up for sale. But that brought a whole host of new problems. Not only did he have to make his game free to play, everybody downloaded it. It became super popular and fucking exploded his servers. His servers were not made to have that. People are having problems logging in, choosing ships. It went from like 10 people playing to 180,000 people. So you can imagine that server just went boop. It just disintegrated because it was not that many people. So he's been upgrading his servers, hoping to get it fixed and whatnot. And it's still free to play. And most of the reviews are now switched up to very positive, which is good. The review bombs are switching sides now. And what was good is the guy who made the game was commenting almost on every single negative review, saying, I'm sorry this happened. We're trying to get it fixed. Once you get your free copy of the game, please redo your recommendation. If there's any other problems, please let me know. We'll take care of it as soon as possible. So it's like the negative review isn't entirely it doesn't have reason, because it was a problem and now I'm fixing it. So don't leave your negative review, because it's going to hurt the company in the long run. So, which I agree with. If they're fixing it, you can change your recommendation. And he said, and it's hard for him because he's barely made $100 in revenue from the game.
Yeah, that sucks. And now he's having to buy a bunch of server space and all of this stuff to accommodate all of the new players, and
because it's free to play and things like that. Like, this poor guy is in a rough spot. I'm glad that there's like an average of 53,000 people now playing, and hopefully when they're done, they'll buy the game, and then he can, recoup some of that money that he's had to invest even further. So, I mean, this one is just one of those roller coasters. Seriously, like a mountain where you just go up, hit rock bottom, come back up, and realize that it's an even bigger problem. Poor guy.
That sucks. Well,
that does suck.
I wish that there was something that Valve could do to help, like a restore button. But there's also an argument about that in the comments, where, it's like, oh, it tells you several times that it's a permanent thing, so if you clicked it on accident, you'd have to also click the I agree button on accident. Apparently there's an option for uploading a list, like a text file of specific keys that you want banned out, so it should have just been those keys instead of all of them. And, I mean, it sounds like this was just a bad situation all the way around, where the dev panicked and then did something that was a larger retaliation than it should have been, and just completely backfired. And I mean, I don't think that they ban all the keys on purpose. I just think that they weren't thinking clearly about what they were doing at the time.
Yeah, and then it exploded. But, I mean, if anything is to come out of this, your game is a whole lot more popular now.
Well, your game's more popular, and people are obviously talking about it. People who aren't even playing the game, because I haven't, and I don't know if you guys have or not, but it's something that... I have
downloaded the game.
That now, we have talked about it, so the people who listen to us, which the audience may not be huge, but we love you guys that are here.
Yes.
Now they know about it, and so it can just grow from there. And of course, other people are talking about this. We are certainly not the only outlet that's going to cover it. I mean, obviously, we get our news from somewhere. So I think that, yeah, it is kind of a good thing in a way. But still, it's just a bad thing that happened. Hopefully it works out in a good way, though.
The game is called Evolvation. Evolvation. So check it out. It's free right now. I downloaded it. I'm gonna check it out. If I like it enough, I might buy a copy just to.
Yeah, so you can play it for free, and then you still have the option to buy it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could. Well, right now it's just for free, and then you'll have to. If you buy a copy, it'll just be a gift copy that you can give to somebody else.
I see.
Because technically, you own the game. Well, I own the game right now. That's why if I felt something like that, I would have to. I would almost feel inclined to buy the game to support them, because this isn't. I'm just getting lucky in their misery. So
well, I'd also say at this point they really need to look into a way to put in like some cosmetic microtransactions to kind of supplement, since the game is free. A lot of people aren't going to buy gift copies of it. I mean,
yeah. So I mean, it sucks. Hopefully it works out for them in the long run. I wish them the best.
Yeah. And that, like, legitimately, that was all the big news from this week.
That's all the news.
And that is the big news, quote unquote. So yeah, that's how great things are right now. I will say I forgot to mention it earlier when we were talking about what we were playing, which we talked about that for a long time, but hey, it's our podcast. I'll talk about what we want. I finished my solo run of Divinity, and now I am dying for us to play our group run of it, because I want to know how differently it's going to go. Divinity is so good, you guys. If you've not played Divinity and you like RPGs, like that whole role-playing aspect and whatnot, do yourself a favor, go buy that game, because Larian Studios is amazing, and oh, it's so good, though. I already have another going. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, you remember that cat that was following us right at the beginning in Fort Joy, the little black cat that we restarted combat 3 times? Yeah, because it died. Yeah, in the definitive version, they fixed that so that once the cat's following you and you get into combat, the cat runs to a safe distance and then just comes back when you're done.
Nice.
Yeah, those are the kind of upgrades I like.
All I'm saying is me and Baka are sitting in the back, arms around each other, watching you talk about Larian Studios when we've been preaching them for years now. Playing the original Divinity, going, these guys are incredible. Everybody needs to play everything that they give. It's one of the best RPG games they've ever come out with.
Yes.
So now Griff's on the bandwagon.
Also,
we'd get you eventually.
Baka, I don't know if you started a solo run in the definitive version, but in Fort Joy, there's also a skeleton squirrel riding a cat. Or, no, it's a regular squirrel riding a skeleton cat that will follow you around, too.
I'm going to have to go find that.
Yeah.
I've got a
make sure you have Pet Pal.
I've got a map for Magic the Gathering that is a squirrel with a shield and an axe on a frog.
Yeah. Just make sure whatever you roll takes Pet Pal so that you can talk to the squirrel right out the gate and go from there. But yeah,
Does it help in combat?
No, it does not. I don't know what it's for yet, because I haven't played this run very far. I'm still in Fort Joy. But the conversations with it are very interesting so far. And I'd like to know where it's going to go. So, because it doesn't count as it's not a combat thing right now, and it doesn't count as a member of your party, so you can still have 3 NPCs to go with you as part of your party, and then that skeleton cat with the squirrel and the black cat follow you. Just saying.
Yeah, interesting.
So, I'm interested to see what else they've added in the definitive version. Or changed. Tweaked, if you will.
Tweaked and added is usually what they do. I'm just surprised it came out so soon.
I'm fine with that.
Well, I mean, they made lots of money off of it, so.
There's a giant truck passing by his house right now. He got rid of the submarine and traded it in for a giant monster truck, apparently.
Well, I'm kind of a little bit outside the city, so. We get lots of those fun dudes that want to drive fast in trucks.
Oh. Do we have anything else to talk about?
That should be it.
What are you streaming this week, Chicken?
Call of Duty tonight. Maybe Overwatch tomorrow.
For loot boxes?
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
And then Call of Duty. Well, finish loot boxes and then Call of Duty. Call of Duty.
So if you want to see some Call of Duty, if you're on the fence about it, Chicken streams.
I'm extra bad though.
He's extra bad, but maybe he'll make you feel good about your skill level. I mean, that's my aim in my YouTube videos. I am terrible at everything. I will make you feel better by knowing how bad I am. But usually,
I mean, I try. I'm fucking pretty good. You know.
You're usually on around 7 p.m. Central, which is 8 p.m. Eastern. If you're in the other time zones, do the math because I'm dumb and can't. So
it's 8 p.m. Eastern. Yep, 6 Mountain.
Just take your pick, whichever one of those you are in. And Ollie, you know what time we're usually around. He's in the Philippines. And I definitely can't do that math.
It's 13 hours plus the other side of the clock. So right now
13
it's 2
hours plus the other side of the clock. What?
PM to AM. AM to PM. So right now it's 2:11 AM for him. I remember him telling me that.
He's up right now. He just posted in Discord.
Yeah.
Hi, Ollie.
Why
we
is he
saw
up at
you.
2 a.m.?
Why is Ollie up at 2 a.m.? Because who needs sleep, Baka? I mean, really?
Well, with all the coffee you drink, probably not you.
No. And I've got, like, videos to record. I'm going to go record Silent Hill after this. So you got to, like, put on the serious face because I'm going to get scared. And
See, all you got to be is like...
I've got work.
Well, whatever. Okay, don't forget to... let me see if I can do the oak tree thing. Thanks for listening and watching. And don't forget to hit us up on Twitter at InfiniteResPC. And... you can check me out at Gripslinum. You can check out Chicken at
Elite Chicken 313
and Baka.
At Baka Pickle.
I did that part right. Don't forget to check out Chicken's Twitch, twitch.tv/Elite Chicken 313, where he streams Sunday through Thursday. I almost said Friday. Sunday through Thursday. Sometimes with us, sometimes without. Don't forget to join the Discord. I'll link it underneath here, and you can just talk to us at random points in the day about random things in your life. It'll be super great. I have a YouTube that does not have a specific URL yet because I do not have 100 subscribers. So if you want to bring me about... I don't even know how many people I have.
You have 37.
I have 37? Okay, so... Really?
You have 63 more to go.
Oh, I didn't know it was that high. I thought it was still like 20-something. Yay!
No, I'm pretty sure it's 37.
That's a nice surprise for me. So if you have like 60 friends that you could just also push towards my YouTube, I'll link it down below here and shamelessly ask you to push the subscribe button.
So throw a party, and then the how you get access is going in and subscribing to Griff. So that they get booze and Griff gets her numbers.
Yeah, but I can't really afford that, so...
I didn't say you throw the party. I said someone else throw the party.
Oh, party at Oak's house. He can't stop me because he's not here. He will be supplying the best booze, and if they're not booze supplied, you can talk to him about it. This was definitely his idea. Yeah.
I just, let everyone know his great idea.
Yeah, that's what it was. That was exactly it. Oak streams on Mixer. I think it's mixer.com/mdboaktree. Why do I not know that URL?
I think that's it.
Okay. I mean, I assume it works the same way as Twitch does.
Yeah.
Like, I have all of my stuff bookmarked. I don't ever put in actual URLs to anything. I just click the button. I'm sorry. This is what technology has done to us.
But we don't remember URLs or phone numbers anymore.
Nope. I definitely don't know phone numbers.
I barely remember my phone number.
I know my phone number, but it's the same one that I've had like forever, so that's the only reason I know it. And yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. This is the Infinite Respawn podcast. Do we have to say our names again?
You're horrible at this.
I am terrible at this.
Here, I got this. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We appreciate it. As always, I'm Chicken.
I'm Griff.
I'm Baka.
Thanks, Chicken.
Bye.
Bye.
Please hang up and try again.